Black people, it is time for us to kill the negativity that is killing us. If we, as black people, truly want to be taken seriously, we have to stop the use of negative language on ourselves. It is too late to stop calling ourselves black, for that is ingrained in us. We can all see that is not the colour of our skin, but black is what we are now. It's too late to change that. It is what it is. But we cannot talk about the injustices of slavery and oppression, and some of us still call each other nigger. For some of us, it trips off the tongue like melted butter. It is not used to raise spirits. It is not encouraging. It does not conjure up feelings of love, but hatred as it was intended to do. When you use the word nigger, it still has the meaning it always had. Non-human, a nothing, a thing that is worth no respect. A word created by our enslavers to turn us from people into things, into cows, pigs, horses, farm animals. A thing to be bought and sold, raped and whipped, worked to death. A thing whose very life is controlled from cradle to grave. A word covered in the blood of our ancestors, it dehumanized. We are not things. We are human beings. We are the first human beings. For some white people, they feel it is okay to use that word because they say that is what they call themselves. That is what they call themselves. You cannot make a negative word covered in blood and hatred become positive. Those white people who want to kill us, it is still their word of choice. It is still the word they use to describe us, and it always has been. We cannot, some of us, make songs about killing niggers, knifing niggers, and then feel offended when somebody not black uses that word on us. It is not our word. Those who say they are claiming it back, how can you claim back something that was never yours to claim back? Why would you want to claim a word that meant slavery and death to millions of Africans? Because that is what they were. They were Africans, not niggers, who could be thrown off a ship into the Atlantic Ocean to claim the insurance. Who could be put into raping rooms before they got on the ship and raped en masse. Who could be raped on the voyage across the Atlantic Ocean. Men, women, and children. How can you take pride because you can say it and they can't, as if you are teasing the wannabe racists? Oh, it's all right for me to say it, yeah, but they can't say it. Come on, that's ridiculous, isn't it? It's ridiculous. There is no argument. People who use that word in speech or in song can bring to me to justify its use as a friendly term of endearment. It has no use. It has one use, a one use only, to take away the guilt from the conscience of those who created it to heap wickedness upon you. How can we be taken seriously by others if some of us continue to use the word that has made us a non-human thing, a hated thing? And those who stay silent must speak out, not turn a blind eye or deaf ear. Say no, turn that music off. Stop talking like that. Stop keeping the voice of your ancestors' enslavers alive. Come to me with something constructive to describe us, not destructive. Not a word associated with kidnap, rape and murder of Africans, of black people. We sing and dance to music full of it, and we say we like it because it has a good beat. Totally ignoring the lyrics of the song because it has a good beat. That's ridiculous. Listen to what you're hearing and think about what you're hearing and say no more. We sing and dance to music made by some of us that disrespect black women because the beat is good. Continuing 400 years of disrespect out of our own mouths. A disrespect towards our women we fought hard to address, to call them sisters and queens. now reduced to hoe and bitch. The same names that our ancestors enslavers called them as they pulled them into their beds before they treated them like hoes and bitches. We use these negative words and actions so much it has become an easy way for other people to impersonate us, a stereotypical black person the world over. That is how we are seen. The people who cry freedom and injustice, but some of those most predominant in our society, the entertainers in the entertainment industry, continue to influence others because they act like ignorant, illiterate thugs and half-naked sluts and continue to perpetuate the negativity for all the world to see, and then, as I said, turn us into stereotypes. Through the 1960s and 70s, our people worked hard to put an image of sophistication, beauty and talent out there. Our young people fought hard to make the world see how brilliant they were, despite the many obstacles placed in front of them. From gangs, from the ghetto, from jail cells. They worked hard and they put it in great effort to gain respect for us around the world. And that respect was almost destroyed until the killing of George Floyd has brought the names of those giants back to speak and sing for us again. Because they did it without calling themselves niggers. Malcolm X, Martin Luther King, Muhammad Ali, Bob Marley, the Supremes, Motown, Barry White, the list goes on, James Baldwin. If they could refrain, Angela Davis, the Black Panthers, if they could refrain from calling themselves nigger, why can't some of you? Marvin Gaye sang the song, Let's Get It On. Now, if that title and that song was made today, it would be called, Bitch, Come Here, I Wanna F You. Our youngsters see no harm in the language they use on themselves. No damage to self-esteem. We have spent 400 years trying to raise our self-esteem away from being just niggers and just bitches. But some of us would rather we stay there. But they do this subconsciously. We are all taught to hate ourselves, to see ourselves as worthless. Who taught you how to hate your own hair? Who taught you how to hate your own nose? Who taught you how to hate your lips? Who taught you to hate the colour of your skin? Those are Malcolm X's words, not mine. Spoken, as I said, in the 1960s. Father, forgive them, for they know not what they do. It takes a strong mind to reject those teachings, to stand out from the crowd, to fight the racist system and say, no, not me. Even those that should know better, those whose minds are free, those who are on YouTube and teaching black history. I lose all respect for them when they suddenly call their audience niggers and the MF word. They should know better. They are the teachers. You can't be teaching people about lynching and then the next minute those who are being lynched have signs written around them saying nigger lynches today, and then you call your audience that. You need to stop and think before you speak. Now we shout Black Lives Matter. It is also time to shout down those who believe constant negative language and behaviour does us no harm, our children no harm. The constant use of the word nigger still does what it always does, desensitizes you, dehumanises you. So when somebody who looks like you, meets up with you on the street and gets into an argument with you, it is no problem for you to pull that knife or gun and use it on that person who looks like you because you're just killing a nigger. Black Lives Matter applies to us too. It is time to kill the negativity that is killing us. It is time to fully respect ourselves and stop using the language of the slave master to still keep us down and give the racists the age-old argument they use, it is not us, that is what they do to themselves. It is our duty to call the negativity and stop it. When we see and hear the negative words towards ourselves, it is our duty to say, no, stop it. Thank you.